All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Early. Down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback. that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll look to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And sometimes you have to serve as your own blitz control. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when guys come free and are going to hit you when you're trying to throw the ball. He stood in there and took it and still completed it for a first down.
Yes, running back had vacated the area there. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Gone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
A
handoff to Barkley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So out come the Falcons now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do?
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 40 yards.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And that one results in 35 yards. First and goal, Bush. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Leopard!
Trying to punch it across the Bush. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 62 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And out now come the Seahawks. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That one goes for 24 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and goal, Bush. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the time. Timeout here as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Buying time. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Set! Clean!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Over! Now let's go! Clean!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And the Falcons going to use another timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
4 down. Hot! Mike, 53, Mike. No gain on this defense, no gain. Banjo. Hot!
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down here. Very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake. Manning. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Going left side here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Manning going for the deep ball. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Now Manning. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The toss out to Barkley. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Manning. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created...
And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the...